Hello everyone, this is Aaron Fitch from ATFGaming and welcome back to some more NASCAR Predictions. This is a thing that I did quite frequently on my old channel, ATFGaming 19, and we have a running history of me being very, very bad with predictions. So I have enlisted the help of my good friend and viewer James, also known as Alpha 24 or 24 Alpha. He has a YouTube channel, so I will hopefully leave that in the description. He does a lot of Fortnite, a lot of some NASCAR stuff, some Minecraft stuff. Kind of dabbles around every now and then. But he's a very long-time viewer of the channel, so I enlisted him to help me kind of beat this jinx that I seem to be. So I will be giving my predictions, but I will also be giving his predictions as well, and we're gonna kind of see who's the bigger jinx. And my hope is that I do significantly better this season. But if I don't, then you have James's picks to lay back on. So, without further ado, here are the 2020 NASCAR Chase predictions for all three series. Yes, I still call it the Chase. I will always call it the Chase, not the playoffs. It still says Monster Energy Cup Series, but it's not the Monster Energy Cup Series anymore. It's just the Cup Series. Here are my predictions. In no particular order, I just kind of randomly put some names down. So, big controversial people will be Matt DiBenedetto. His first season in Wood Brothers, I think if he doesn't get a win, he's going to run super consistently. Also, Cole Custer might be one that you don't think of. But he did really well in Xfinity last year. He's super consistent at mile and a halves. And that's also a place that I seem to recall Stuart Haas did really well last season, with Harvick especially. So I think Custer's going to have a good season this year. So these are my predictions. We got Harvick, Chase Elliott, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, Alex Bowman, Kurt Busch, Matt DiBenedetto, Eric Jones, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, Clint Bowyer, Cole Custer, and Jimmy Johnson. Johnson in his last season, I do think he'll get in by the skin of his teeth. I don't think it'll be via a win. So, those are my predictions. Here are James's predictions. Pretty similar, but some significant differences. He has Chris Buescher making the playoffs, as well as Christopher Bell. He also has Custer in, but those are the two big differences, is Chris Buescher and Christopher Bell in the playoffs. So, some notable people that we have out. This is kind of where we see the differences here. I do not have William Byron making the chase, which might be controversial because some are seeing this year as kind of like the year that William Byron starts getting things together. But I'm a skeptic of him. I really don't think that he's going to have it all together yet. I mean, he's overshadowed by Chase Elliott. This is Jimmy Johnson's last season. Alex Bowman has been decent. I mean, he's on the front row. He's clearly the best of the best as far as qualifying for the Daytona 500. I just don't see it. I mean, he might do well. He might get a win, but I mean, it's just lots of mights. He hasn't really proven to me that he's fully there yet. James doesn't have Jimmy Johnson in the playoffs, so we each have one Hendrick driver not making it. Mine's Byron, James is Jimmy Johnson, and that would be hugely disappointing for Johnson fans and for Jimmy, I'm sure, him not making the playoffs in his final season. We both don't have Ricky Stenhouse Jr. We both don't have both of the Richard Childress racing cars, even though I do think Reddick will be significantly better than Hemrick did last season. But we still don't have him in the playoffs. Ryan Newman's not in the playoffs. I think I spelled his name wrong there. But I don't have Buescher, and James doesn't have. We both don't have Eric Almirola, excuse me. But James doesn't have Clint Bowyer making it. If that's the case, I am highly suspicious of whether Bowyer might call it quits after this year too. Whether that's his call or whether that's Stuart Haas's call. We've seen the announcement that he's going to be doing a lot more Xfinity races, coverage with Fox. So I'm kind of curious if, they're grooming him to be like the next DW kind of situation. So I personally would be all for Boyer being in the booth. I have no objection to that. But and then the last difference on the bottom is I don't have Christopher Bell, and James doesn't have Matt Benedetto. So Christopher Bell, I really don't know what to expect. I don't know how much Toyota support he's getting. I don't know if the Levine Family Racing's up to it. I seem to recall Furniture Row Racing, it took like a year under the Joe Gibbs Alliance to really get going. But to be fair, they were under the Joe Gibbs Alliance last season, but it was just significantly less. So I don't know. We'll see. I do think Bell could easily make the chase this year, but I'm not sure for sure. But moving on, we have the Xfinity Series. Now, I believe me and James have the exact same predictions for the Xfinity Series because there are not a lot of people to choose in the Xfinity Series. So we got Allgaier, Chastain, Cindric, Briscoe, Harrison Burton, Noah Gragson, Michael O'Nett, Justin Haley, Brandon Jones, Riley Herbst. Those are the guys in the top tier equipment that will most likely be making the chase unless if there's an injury or suspension or anything along those lines. The last two positions are where things kind of get confusing. Ryan Sieg, he's been pretty consistent the last couple of years, kind of being in that mix for the 10th, 11th, 12th position in the points. And then Jeremy Clements, I mean, there's really not a lot of options in the Xfinity Series. So, and like I said, I believe we had the exact same predictions for James, so Sieg and Clements. So I didn't even bother putting in a notable outlist because I'm pretty sure it's the exact same people. So now for the Truck Series, this is another interesting one because they did expand the playoff field from 8 to 10, but there's still a lot of question marks as who will get in. I do think it was the right call, though, because the Truck Series is significantly more competitive than the Xfinity Series. So I think expanding it to 10 is a good call. Now we just need to get the Xfinity Series down to 10, maybe 2. But for me, we have Sheldon Creed, Brett Moffitt, Johnny Sauter, Matt Crafton, Stuart Friesen, Austin Hill, Christian Eckes, Tyler Ankrum, Grant Enfinger, and Ben Rhodes. I had to think about some first names there. Wow. And then for James, we have Creed, Sauter, Hill, Moffitt. He has Todd Gilliland in. He is running for Front Row Motorsports in their first kind of foray into Truck Series, at least in many years. They might have had a history in the Truck Series, not sure. Ty Majeski, he's running full-time for Nice Motorsports, so kind of taking the Ross Chastain ride, essentially. Stuart Friesen, Matt Kraft, and Grant Enfinger, and Ben Rhodes. So I think I covered the people that we were different on. Now, he doesn't have Tyler Ankrum. And he doesn't have... Who else is he missing? He doesn't have Christian Eckes. So he doesn't have Tyler Ankrum or Christian Eckes. Neither of us have Rafael Lessard. I think he's going to suffer a similar fate to Todd Gilliland last year, where it's just kind of a meh. He didn't really do all that good in his trucks races that he did last season, and I don't know. Kyle Busch Motorsports seems to be whoever's running the car that's run by Rudy Fugle is really good. Last year that was the multi driver car. I mean, you saw Kyle Busch won, Greg Biffle won, and Eckes ran well. So whoever's in the Rudy Fugle operation, which this year is Christian Eckes, usually does pretty well. So those are our differences. Neither of us have Zane Smith in his first full-time season making it. I don't have Todd Majeski. I don't have Todd Gilliland. Tanner Gray running for David Gilliland, DGR Crossley. First full season there. Former NHRA Pro Stock champion. I believe it's Pro Stock. Not positive. I don't follow NHRA, so apologies if I messed that up. We both don't have Rafael Lessard, like I said. Both don't have Derek Cross, who is running full-time for, what's the name? McNally? Something like that. They're a big K&N, well, former K&N, ARCA Menard Series East and West competitor. Haley Deegan ran for that team last year. Derek Kraus has won the championship the last couple years. So they are moving up to full-time truck series, which I'm actually really interested to see how they do, both competitive level and then maybe going into the future if they're going to build up kind of a truck program, because they are like traditionally the number one team to be in for the ARCA Menards East and West series. So I'm very interested to see if they maybe move up to the truck series level and start expanding their roster there as well. But we'll see. But that is going to be it for these predictions. So let me know in the comments what you guys think will happen in this season. We are not doing any championship predictions just yet because things are just wide open, and I don't really want to do that. That'll most likely happen once we know who's going to be in the playoffs or the chase for each series. So let me know what you guys think of our predictions. Please put your own predictions down in the comments. And thank you guys so much for watching. Again, hopefully I remember to put a link in the description to James's channel. Be sure to check him out and thank him for all the support that he does to me on this channel, as well as offering his predictions to kind of offset my horrible prediction rating and high level of jinxing that I usually do on this channel. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more content from ATFGaming, let me know if you guys are interested in maybe some more NASCAR content, as far as, you know, maybe race reviews or just kind of opinions on some latest news kind of things. I'd be very interested in doing that. And usually if I'm ever doing a stream on Twitch, I do talk about those kind of things from time to time. So be sure to let me know what you guys think about that. And I will see you guys next time for more NASCAR predictions on the channel. Bye.